going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to show you how to tie some knots. I'm going to do the FG knot and Frank's going to do the UNI to UNI knot. This is for tying braid to your leader or whatever else you're using like that. I've had pretty good success with mine, and I know he's had really good success with his. There's just a couple things you got to pay attention to with them, and we'll go over those in the video. And like we said, they're great for casting through guides or tying on lures, really is what we use them for. Sheep's head jigs, something like that, you can definitely use them for. But this video is for the, what was it?
East Bay K-8 Fishing Club.
Awesome.
Yeah, and there's lots of knots out there for this, for this purpose. But I guess this is kind of the first two we learned and kind of what we've just kind of stuck with. So we'll but like there's lots of videos out there to show you how to tie these. This is just kind of our little, I guess our version of it. So take a look. So this is your braid line. This is running to your reel through your pole, and this is your leader line. Whatever you want to use for that. I use different weights for different circumstances I'm in. If I'm in the Gulf and if I'm fishing the surf, throwing spoons or lures or anything, and I know there's some toothy critters out there, I'll try to find something a little thicker. I think this is 65 pound, which seems to be a good all-purpose for something like that. If you're targeting pompano or whiting or something a little smaller with no teeth, you want to go with as smallest leader line as you can go with to be the most invisible, or so that the fish can't see it. But so all you're going to do is you're going to overlap your leader line over your braid line here about, to start out with, I would go about 16 inches or so. And all you're going to do, you're going to make a loop with your the tag end of your leader line. So you're going to make a loop like that. And then you're going to take the tag end here and it's going to wrap around the braid and the leader line. So I usually like to do about 6 or 7 wraps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So then you're gonna pull the tag end of your leader line and hold the braid and the leader line going to the spool with your left hand and the tag in with your right hand. And all you're gonna do is pull that tight. You can lick it. You can lick it to get it wet. Just helps it cinch in a little better. Okay. So then that's one uni knot right there. Okay, then you're gonna tag the end of your braid line here, and you're gonna make a loop. You're gonna make a loop in it, and you're gonna wrap the braid line around the leader line and the braid line going back to your reel. So you're going to wrap it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're going to pull it. So then you have a uni knot on this side, and the first uni knot you tied on this side. Now you're going to take the end of your leader line and your braid line that's running to your reel, and you're going to want to snug those two together. And if you watch, they'll slide in right tight against each other and cinch in. And I usually pull that till I see the loops kind of turning like a whitish color. Okay. Then you have 2 tag ends. You have your braid tag end, your leader line tag end. You want to trim those off as close to the actual knot as you can get. So, like that. And this one, we're cutting it off. Okay. So then there's your uni to uni. And I usually make my leader line, I try to go half as long as my rod. So if I'm using a 6-foot rod, I'm going to go with a 3-foot leader. Unless I plan on changing out a lot of lures that day. Then I'm gonna go, then I would go a little longer, like 4 foot or so. And then that's where you're gonna tie your lure, your hook, or whatever you're throwing. And that's attached pretty strong. I've never had one fail. So that is that's the UNI to UNI.
Alrighty guys, so for this one, this is the FG knot, and you're gonna start by just setting your rod up and making sure you can get a hold of your braided line, your main line, and go ahead and take that and wrap it around your pinky. There's no set, this is just for tension. Doesn't matter how many times you do it as long as you can keep it tight. Then you're gonna go ahead and take your braid or your leader, and you're gonna feed it over top of your main line. If you're just starting out, you can do a little more is better. But then you're gonna take your braided line, and always keep tension in this. Take your leader line underneath, and then over top all the time underneath. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you're doing this, do it about 16 to 20 times, depending on the size of leader. If you're using something heavier, you can get away with going towards 16. If you're using lighter line, you can go more than that, up to 20. And like I said, very, very important to keep tension in your pinky. I lost track. I'm just gonna say this is 14, 15, stop at 16 to show. So you're gonna have something like that. Make sure all your coils are not overlapping one another, they're all going the same way. And what you're gonna go ahead is pinch that knot right there and don't let go. Very important to keep that tight. Take your main line up over top of the leader line, and then just do the simple half hitch. Pull that tight. We're gonna go ahead and do that twice. Cinch that down, and you'll feel it slip between your fingers on that knot. So now you can go ahead and let go. You're gonna have something like that. And then leave these alone for now. Wrap these around your finger, and you can put gloves on or your sleeves or anything like that, because that braided line will get into your fingers pretty good. And then what you're gonna do next is you're just gonna sweat it down. I don't have gloves on, so I'm not gonna pull too awful hard. You just wanna make sure that cinches down into itself. And they'll tangle up, that's all right, get these untangled. Hold it in front of my shirt so you can see it. And you wanna make sure that when you're doing this, I don't know how well you can see it in the camera, but right here, it will get a darker color on your braided line. And that's a good thing, that's a good thing. It means it's just burying into the leader line and assures that it's not gonna go anywhere. Alrighty. So after you do that, take your scissors and you're gonna cut your leader line. And you don't go the whole way quite yet. Leave about that much. Cut that off. You're just gonna take your braided line and you're just gonna go ahead and do 2 more half hitches. You can do 2 to 3 for this last section. Again, it all depends on what kind of line you're using. If you're using thinner line, you can get away with 3. Or a heavier line, I usually just get away with 2. So then you're just gonna go ahead and cut your braid as close as you can. Grab that up. Then you can wet it again if you want to. I'm not going to for this part, but then you just want to make sure you just pull that tight again. Now, the reason why you didn't cut that leader line the whole way was because that last pull, you always want to leave some just so it has more line to take down in and get snug up to. Then you can go ahead and you can cut this as close as you can, as close as you want, it doesn't matter. And the good thing about this knot is the leader line is facing back, so when you're casting through your eyes, it's not going to get caught as if it was facing this way and get caught on your eyes or your rod or anything like that. So that is the FG knot, and it's very, very good knot. I've had very good success with it, and try and get it so you guys can see the final. Alrighty, so that's those. That's the FG knot and the uni knot. Hope that helps. I don't know how clear the video is. Hopefully it looks pretty good in there. But
yeah, I'm sure Jeremiah will kind of run through that with all you guys too, all you guys in the fishing club, and maybe be able to provide some better details there about that. But yeah, that's both of those. You know, we also wanted to just a quick heads up. The next video we have something pretty exciting. I think we're both pretty excited about.
Oh
it.
yeah,
You know, really excited to show you. We got made a little investment that's gonna hopefully make the channel a little better, and some pretty cool videos coming ahead here in the near future. So I guess we'll look forward to seeing the next one. Hit the like and subscribe button.
and we're staring at them right now. Hope
Yeah.
to leave you in suspense.
All right. God bless.